Hey, Brad, you should talk to that gentleman over there.
Okay.
Why?
Because I was recruiting him for you.
All right, everybody?
We'll talk.
Started.
One more night here with even sides.
Everyone, quiet.
We've only had one more night in armor.
Ready to start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to start now anyway. All right. Welcome to the 192nd, 93rd Crapaud tournament. Thank you. With this tournament, we are starting our 17th consecutive year of running this tournament. We've never missed 1 month. As my friend Jeffrey pointed out earlier, that someone born the day of our first Crapaud tournament could officially be fighting in it today. So, wow, weird. And it's old enough to fight now. I know, right? It's been an interesting journey. It's been in several different places. Now it's landed here, and I think that the tradition will be carried forward someday in the future to another spot, and I look forward to seeing it change and grow again. I'd like to salute all of you for coming and keeping it alive, and also my lady for inspiring me and giving me reason to fight. So to her and to you, I salute.
Vive le Crapaud!
Vive le Crapaud! Allez-vous avec le Crapaud? Vive le Crapaud.
I've been to a number of these in various parts of the world, starting in the famed flaming backyard of Earl Sir Obadiah. And now it's here as our good host has spoken, and I'm grateful for that. As I come to the field renewed, vigor informs me. I can't take the field without honorable contestants. For that, I salute you all, and I thank you for your presence, and I look forward to our fights.
Vive la Crapaud.
Vive la floor. She looked right at me, I thought you knew.
Polish it up a little bit.
I've also been to many of these tournaments. I never made it to Op's backyard. I started going with things. I've learned a lot at Crapaud's about fighting, talking, comradeship. Crapaud teaches a lot. As Sir Stephen has put us to, one of the things that we learned from Crapaud is a little bit of history. And as he's wished we bring some history, I brought a short bit of history of this day in history. This day, April 26th, John Wilkes Booth is killed when Union soldiers track him down to a Virginia farm 12 days after assassinating President Abraham Lincoln. 26-year-old Booth was one of the most famous actors in the country when he shot Lincoln during a performance at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. on the night of April 14th. Booth was a Maryland native and a strong supporter of the Confederacy. As the war entered its final stages, Booth hatched a conspiracy to kidnap the president. He enlisted the aid of several associates, but the opportunity never presented itself. After the surrender of Robert E. Lee's Confederate Army at Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia, on April 9, Booth changed the plan to a simultaneous assassination of Lincoln, Vice President Andrew Johnson, and Secretary of State William Seward. Only Lincoln was actually killed, however. Seward was stabbed by Lewis Payne but survived, while the man assigned to kill Johnson did not carry out his assignment. After shooting Lincoln, Booth jumped to the stage below Lincoln's box seat. He landed hard, breaking his leg, before escaping to a waiting horse behind the theater. Many in the audience recognized Booth. He was the most famous actor of all. Thinking for a disguise. So the army was soon hot on his trail. Booth and his accomplice, Daniel Harold, made their way across the Anacostia River and headed towards southern Maryland. The pair stopped at Dr. Samuel Mudd's home, and Mudd treated Booth's leg. This earned Mudd a life sentence in prison, where he's implicated as part of the conspiracy. But the sentence was later commuted. Mudd also earned reputation, we use his name's Mud. It's figure of speech now. Booth found refuge for several days in the home of Thomas A. Jones, a Confederate agent, before securing a boat to row across the Potomac, Virginia. After receiving aid from several Confederate sympathizers, Booth's luck finally ran out. The countryside was swarming with military units looking for Booth, although few shared information since there was a $20,000 reward. While staying at the farm of Richard Garrett, Federal troops arrived on their search but soon rode on. The unsuspecting Garrett allowed his suspicious guests to sleep in the barn, but he instructed his son to lock the barn from the outside to prevent the strangers from stealing his horses. A tip led the Union soldiers back to the Garrett farm, where they discovered Booth and Harold in the barn. Harold came out, but Booth refused. The building was set on fire to flush out Booth, but he was shot while still inside. He lived for 3 hours before gazing at his hands and muttering, "Useless, useless," as he died. So, the history of this day, the guy, the Dr. Bud, who he gave this guy assistance, and now his name is forever Mud.
Oh, wow.
So, to learning about history, because history is so cool. I only got 2 of those, so I'll get back to
So, we'd like to have a moment of silence in advance for those poor Russian, Polish, Belarus, Ukrainian, Czech, Israeli, and Quebecois who have to go and face our most mightiest warriors with 1.5-pound steel falchions in their hands. Four. No, whatever.
Giant party.
The base is kind of happy. And I hope they don't kill any poor Ukrainian kids.
Yes.
I hope they have a good time and do everyone honor and love. To the United States of America, which I believe, actually, this is literally my most patriotic moment ever, is the U.S. validation guys. I've never had any, I rooted against the U.S. in the Olympics.
Well, they had a live steel division.
Well, yeah. So, cheers to them and their glorious moments on their noble quest to Poland.
What about the Pan American Games?
I'm a big Chilean supporter.
Joel said they would play the
I just like to say Chile.
Vive le Crapaud. Salute my lady who inspires me. Also would salute the first Crapaud, Sir Culver Sorensen, left-handed killer of men. So remember that name, guys. A lot of you guys have probably even never heard that name spoken. Sir Culver Sorensen, member of the Fellowship of the Argent Angel, Duke Thorfinn Squire brother, and the first Crapaud. So Culver, wherever you are, brother, we're thinking about you 16 years later. Vive le Crapaud.
Dr. Crapaud. So I'm surprised there's only one toast to the men and women going to the Battle of Nations event so far. Because I expected it to be like a line of toasts. And His Grace and I was here on Tuesday night. His Grace and I were talking about Battle of Nations and some of his other exploits traveling. And you know, one of the things he said to me was, "What a great adventure they're having, right? To be able to go out there and just do this amazing thing that, you know, few people in their life would get this opportunity to do." And rather than some of the men and women who are going there to represent us, indeed they're undertaking on a spirit of adventure that lies within them. And so many people, when they will go and put themselves completely out of their element to try something amazing and difficult, and just to see if they can do it. So I'd like to salute No, I go buy the same brand. It's better when I drink it here.
Like short, simple. Mini hat.
I just want to give a toast to friends and family, and of course to my dog.
Vive le Crapaud, vive le fleur. To our friends and comrades and brothers in arms and Battle of Nations, to your health, may you represent us proudly and have fun. And to all of us here, the same wishes. Have fun and fight hard.
Vive le Crapaud, vive le fleur. I'll keep it nice and sweet along with Jeffrey and Leaf, although it's the totally mispronounced German, so I forgot that name. But American, fuck yeah. My first Crapaud when Grace won after Ritter stepped down. And it's 4 now. I've been fighting 7 months in armor.
Hello. First turn.
Won the first year tournament for the province of Southern Shoulders. Had an epic battle, 45 minutes long.
I say don't do that again.
But I went home after winning, packing up the car, and did hell work for now. So, it's just great to be doing this. What else would we want to do on this? We were like the ball. We were like the ball.
So Crapaud was my first anything.
Speak up!
I thought he was in sales.
When I'm not bullshitting, it's hard to... No, but Crapaud was the first thing I came to, and I love it. And I've been back and forth, and I've had a lot of stuff going on, and I haven't been to as much as I should. I've missed a lot of events. But it's always good to just show up and feel that camaraderie as if I hadn't missed a beat. Having folks telling me, well, where the hell are you going? Why aren't you showing up to practice? You better be there. And that's just awesome. You know, it's good to have that. Tonight is my first night having my inspiration to fight for, which is going to be embarrassing when I get my ass whipped in front of her. It'll be alright, because I'm going to bring as much honor to her and to the rest of you in the field as I can. And, you know, I stand before you with honor and appreciation for letting me fight with you. To Crapaud and to America.
Well said.
Vive la Crapaud. So this is my first Crapaud.
First one's free.
I've been fighting in armor for just short of 2 months now. I was authorized a week and a half ago. So I came to the SCA so that I could grow as a swordsman. I've been fighting in another battle game called Dagger for about 7 years. And I'm already learning a whole lot. So I'm realizing exactly what I'm here for. So I want to thank all of you for helping to teach me, helping me grow, and just learning. Vive la Crapaud.
Betty Crocker?